Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gloucester Brewery, and put your hands together for your host, Nick Hill. Absolutely apathetic round of applause. Is that the best we can muster? Is it? Thanks, Nev. On a Tuesday night with feedback. So, what's the time? 8 o'clock? That's bang on, isn't it? Was everybody expecting this to start earlier? Why? Just out of interest, why were you expecting it to start earlier? Hey? 1, 2. Oh, you want to? Sorry, I thought you were just testing the mic then. Not 1, 2, want to. I wasn't going to swear tonight, but fuck me, you're going to be a challenge already, aren't you, to be honest? That's good. So, are we all well? Gentlemen at the back, are you seated? Good. You're happy now? Yeah, you've got to that age as well, haven't you, where it's like, we cannot stand up for 2 hours of this. What's the general average age of you saga people over the back there? 35. In your dreams, mate. In your dreams. So this is great. Welcome to Gloucester Brewery. My name's Nick Hill. I'm your MC. Let's just get that straight. That doesn't stand for miniature chap. Although I am delighted because in that green room tonight, there's me, the first act, the second act, maximum height 5'4". I have never been on a bill with such small people. It's a joy. What? Was that you, Ben? Just shouting. So it's nice. Just before we start, just a few little house rules. Has everybody been to this gig before? Right, so just a show of hands who hasn't been. Oh, okay, this might take some time. So what we do, just for the new people, you just stand up, introduce yourself to the group. So we might as well start with you. So, yeah, what's your name? Ella, and what do you do, Ella? Social worker, brilliant. And where are you from? Bristol. Okay, that's good. Who else was new? A gentleman there, I think, with the beard. What's your name? Still, is that go?
Pete.
Pete, and what do you do, Pete?
I'm an alcoholic.
You're an alcoholic? Good.
Engineer.
You're in good company tonight. Engineer, brilliant. Are you local?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Whereabouts in Gloucester are you from? Difficult question. Do your best. Tuffley Avenue. Oh yeah. So you're from. Oh, did you? Ah, yes. Of course you did. Of course you did. We don't normally ask anybody where they're from, to be quite honest. So thanks for standing up and doing that. So we got 3 acts on for you tonight. We'll have your first act, and then we'll have a break, and then your middle act, and then another break, and then your headline act, and that's it, really. Is that okay with everybody? Yay. I mean, it doesn't matter if it isn't, because that's what's happening. So that's completely irrelevant. I've also put on the, I was going to say on the desk. It's not a desk, is it, for this table? I put on the table, I run 8 other venues in the county, and if you'd like to keep informed of where the gigs are, if you could put your email address on that, and then we can email you from when the other gigs are. So if you could just sort of start filling that in and pass it round, that would be good, and I can collect that towards the end of the evening. Apart from that, I think that's about it, really. Just in the unlikely event of a fire, you've got 2 exits. You've got this one you came in, and you've got the one over the back. That's it. Is everybody happy? Any questions? Listen to that. No. You're such a sedate Tuesday crowd, which is lovely. Do we all have a good Valentine's Day? No. No. Oh, where was the no? Was that you with the bottle of wine? It was you, didn't you? Didn't you have a very good Valentine's Day? Just a nothing day. A nothing day. Yeah. Well, not for everybody. No. Was it just a nothing day for you?
Yeah, I judge people who think it's got value.
Ooh. You judge people who think it's got value. What do we feel about that? Mrs. fucking judgmental. Do you?
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? It's a fantastic... Shall I tell you what I did Valentine's Day? Prostate exam. Prostate exam. That's how I spent my Valentine. Oh, and I went in. Sorry? Oh, I'll come to that in a minute. And I went into the surgery, and he was all right, he was friendly enough, but he was like, why have you come? I said, well, I'm at that age, and I've never had a prostate exam, and I think I need one, but you must have some symptoms to prompt you. I said, well, just old age and just little things happening. Okay. And he said, so, do you know what the procedure is? And I was tempted to say, no, go on, fucking surprise me. But I didn't. I said, yeah, I know what's going to happen. He said, well, I'm going to insert a digit in your rectum, which was, I thought that was quite poetic. It was far better than what my wife said before I left. You do realise he's just going to shove a finger up your arse. Yes, I know that. And he did it, and the exam was fine. And he said, yeah, that's great. Your prostate's really squidgy. Is it? Oh, what, is that a good thing? Oh, yeah, that's a good thing. Of course, I can't be 100% sure that you're all right. He said, to do that, you need a blood test. Do you want a blood test? Yeah, go on, I'll have a blood test. He said, right, so I'll book you in for the 6th of March. 24 hours before, no strenuous activity like running, no weightlifting, no sexual intercourse. And then at the end he said, and of course, no masturbation. I thought, are you subliminally calling me a wanker? We'd only just met. So that was my Valentine's Day. So how does that compare with yours? No comparison. Yours was a normal day. You didn't do any prostate exams. That was good. Okay, that was good. I don't normally do sort of material in this first bit, but all this stuff is new material because I'm trying to write a show for Edinburgh for next year. So some of this might land, some of it might not. I live down by the canal, and in January I was out walking, and the canal was frozen, and I saw it was completely frozen up, and there was a fish flapping around on the ice, and I thought, how the hell did that get there? And I thought, I need to do something to rescue that poor fish. And in my head, I was thinking, if I throw a rock in, it'll break the ice, and then the fish will fall in, and it'll save it. But my aim wasn't very good, so I killed the fish. So that joke's not going to make it. Shall we? See, I thought that was all right. No.
Dead one.
A dead one. Fuck's sake. Okay. Right. Okay. See what we think about this then. I was chatting to a friend the other day, a lady, and she was quite upset. I said, "What's the matter?" She said, "Oh, my boyfriend and me have split up, and I'm feeling sort of really lonely." I said, "Well, why don't you get a pet? Like, why don't you get a cat?" And she said, "Oh God, no." She said, "I wouldn't get a cat because cats are evil." But, sorry? She said, "No, cats are evil." Have we got any cat lovers in here? Have we got any people in here who actually own cats? Do you? Okay. How many cats have you got?
I had two, I've got one.
You had two, now you got one. So the answer was, I've got one.
Yeah, but I wanted to express that I have two because I do like cats.
This has gone fucking weird. I've got. So did the other one?
I like to express.
He died. It happens, doesn't it? So have we got any other cat owners in? So yeah. We're just going to have a discussion about cats now, aren't we? So she said cats are evil. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, if you die and you've got a cat in the house, it'll eat you. I said, sorry? So what are you on about? She said, Google it. She said, Google post-mortem predation. And I thought she was taking the piss, right? I Googled it. This is what I found. This is what I found. Post-mortem predation by a clouder of domestic cats. Did we know that was the name for a gathering of cats? Did anybody know that? See, this is a lecture as well as new material that's dying on its arse. A 69-year-old man was found lying on the floor at his home address. According to the police report, every room was filled with refuse and 30 or so cats were resident in the house. The body showed signs of extensive post-mortem animal predation, with opening of the chest and abdominal cavities, loss of soft tissues of the face, loss of soft tissues and organs of the neck, loss of the lungs and heart. This cat had had a field day. And injuries to the liver, right kidney, stomach, transverse colon and cecum. The cause of death could not be determined from the autopsy, mainly because there is nothing fucking left of the body. The extent of post-mortem damage from animal activity therefore relies not only on the species involved, but also the number of participating animals. The case shows that when considerable soft tissue, bone and organ loss may occur, when a number of animals work in concert. How do you feel about your cat now?
Fine.
You feel fine?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not what?
You said there's 30 cats.
Yeah. There was only 2 to start with, and then they were texting all their mates to come round for a free meal. And apparently, a cat will also, even if you're sort of half asleep or dropping off to sleep, I bet sometimes, do you wake up in the morning and the cat's just sat on you looking at you? Yeah, it's ready to eat you. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it now. But apparently, if you die, right, if you've got a cat or a dog, and I've Googled all this, I've got time on my hands. A dog, 7 days a week, yeah. A dog will wait a week to eat you. A cat, do you know how long a cat will wait? About half an hour. What's your cat called? Marmite. Yeah. Get rid of him. Get rid of him now. Send him to the place the other one's gone, I think. Oh, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Did I just say that out loud? Right? Did I? In my head, I wanted to say that. I didn't realise it was going to come out. And I think I'm going to keep that little bit in. I think I can. What do we think? No? No!
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was fine. 50-50. I was chatting to my wife earlier this week, and we've got to that age when death, to be honest, is just round the fucking corner, I think, because we're both sort of in our 60s. And like, she was like, if I died, would you date again? I said, oh God, no, absolutely not. I couldn't go through all that again. Because, I mean, dating has changed, hasn't it? We've been together 25 years, and 25 years ago, it was really simple, wasn't it? It was simple. You had blokes and you had women, right? And everybody knew what the school was. It wasn't difficult. You knew what the game was. And in Gloucester, just give me a show of hands who is from Gloucester, because this will make it. Oh, not too many then. Where's everybody else from? Have we got anybody in from Cheltenham? Well, I know you are, Phil. One who's prepared to admit it. What about the table on the back? You were very non-committal. Where are you guys all from?
New York City.
Where?
New York City.
New York City.
We came for this show.
Oh, that is fantastic. You've got to give her a round of applause for that. That is... Somehow I don't think you're telling the truth, but not about the fact from New York. You are clearly an American, aren't you? Oh, that's great. You're very welcome. It's lovely to see you. I haven't got anything about America that I could repeat tonight. But 25 years ago, dating, and I don't know, this might have been the same in America, dating was simple, you know. We all used to just go out on a Saturday, you'd hit town, go around all the pubs. You'd end up in Casey's about 11 o'clock. Do we all know what Casey's was? The Kennel Club, yeah! Yeah, Kennel Club. You wait till about 5 to 2, slow dances, you grab whoever was left. Probably get off with them, go home, frantic sex, you're both grateful. In the morning, you'd wake up with 3 little faces looking at you. One white, one black, one mixed. Are you our new uncle? No. But the roles have been reversed now, haven't they? The roles have definitely been reversed. The hunted have now become the hunters. And I don't think there's any, looking round, I don't think there's any in tonight, but the hunters now are those huge Amazonian orange women that you see in Wetherspoons every Saturday night. You know, the Amazonian women, that starts about 2 o'clock with drinks round at Sharon's, litres of Prosecco, Pinot Grigio, and then they hit the town and they hit the Weatherspoons and they just pick on stupid men who are thick enough to believe that they're being chatted up. They're not. You're just taking the piss out of us, and that's what's going on. And then you probably hit the clubs 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, get absolutely hammered, fall out of the clubs at 3 o'clock, head down for the kebab wagon, get a kebab, probably get a taxi home, and at 5 o'clock you're falling out of the taxi, knickers round your ankle, and the highlight of your night is you've managed to hold a kebab aloft. And my wife said, would you date again? And I said no, because that's how we met. I used to be a taxi driver. I'm keeping that in. You're not impressed with that, are you? No. I don't care. So that's 15 minutes of my fucking life writing new material. Down, wasted, yes. But that's okay, because that's what happens. You've got to try stuff out, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I don't actually care. To be quite honest, I'm still being paid, so it doesn't matter. So I think now I've whipped you up into a height of comedic frenzy. I mean, have we got any questions? Does anybody want to raise any questions? Don't fucking start. You know what happened last month? You know what happened last month? You were left. No, you weren't left alone, were you? You were drinking last month, though, weren't you? And now you're on coke because she's. No, he's not allowed. I'm not surprised. Are you ready for your first act of the evening? He's a really good mate of mine. His name is Nipper Thomas. He's going to entertain you for about 20 minutes. So I think group of gentlemen at the back. If you could start the applause at the back of the room. Now that would be great. New York City lady, if you could start the applause. This table at the back, applause. Bring it right the way through the room as we welcome to the stage the lovely Nipper Thomas.